Hi guys, I'm James at Bespoke Airsoft and welcome back to the much, I wouldn't say anticipated, but delayed vlog. It's been ridiculous here. It has been really busy. I know I've said that in the past, but you can tell by me not putting out any videos just how busy I've been. We've got a lot of things in the work which I've been trying to stay at the factory trying to get those sorted. And of course with the orders as well that just keep piling in. I did do a video weeks and weeks and weeks ago, may have been a month ago, about the workings of the cylinder and bits and pieces. I've still got that there and it's intact. I'll put it up now. If not, I'll just carry on. So you might be asking why the cylinder and trigger kits for the Striker are taking so long, and that's simple, just because we are making this thing as best as we possibly can. If those who are keeping their eyes on the Facebook owners group for the Striker, you know I've been on there updating you along the way of what's been happening. I've put a new post up today stating that the trigger and everything's tested out fine, it's all good. However, we've implemented a new thing today, basically just going that one step further, and what we've actually come up with is a two-stage trigger system. We'll say what the engineers have come up with, a two-stage trigger system. And what this does, you might think two-stage trigger system, is that like a double action trigger or something like that on like a revolver or something? No, it's not. It's basically a way of making the trigger pull on the rifle feel like a real rifle would. So let's say you're going to shoot a Remington M700, what this is loosely based off. You get that reset off the trigger, which is a nice feeling, and we've actually got a design that can implement that into the Striker, so not only will the gun perform good, but the trigger will also feel like a real trigger as well, and I'm hoping that you guys are going to appreciate that as much as what I do. But yeah, we've got loads of new things that have come and gone. The vectors came and went. Unfortunately, we ordered a load of vectors and a lot of magazines, and we probably received about 25% of what we ordered. So we still got a waiting list going on. If you do want to put your name down for when the next batch lands, please get in touch and let me know. And we don't take any type of pre-order as per se until we know exactly what we're getting. So we didn't take pre-orders pre-order charges off anyone that contacted us before on the first batch. We had a list of names, and literally when the stock landed, I was calling those people back, and if they didn't want it or they couldn't pay for it there, you know, within a reasonable amount of time, it was passed down to the next person. That's the fairest way I think I can do it. And what that stops us doing is taking money off you. So let's say you pre-ordered and we had the full amount of pre-orders but only 25% turned up. We're going to have to disappoint 75% of our customer base on that product, even though they've paid us money to pre-order their vector. So that's why we didn't do it. So they've come and gone. We've had the Velites, the new Sekita shotgun. They're very nice. I'll be doing some on the counter stuff soon with those, as well as the vector and some other bits and pieces. And yeah, really just keeping you guys updated with what I'm up to. I'm still here. Trying to get everything down. We've been expanding the workshop as well, so we've been moving all the machines out of the workshop, getting more bench space to cope with the amount of engineering and maintenance work that we've had in. So what that enables us to do is the benches that are fitted in the workshop, some of them were taken up by heavy machinery. We've moved that machinery out, so those bench spaces are now free to take on more work. So say if we've got a really complicated job on, the guns apart on the bench, we can't really put another job on top of that. And this is in the case where it's in our best interest to keep that gun open, just because how long it takes to strip it down and put it back together and so forth, or if we're just waiting on a part that's coming the next day. So yeah, that's cool. So we'll be able to take on more engineering work and get through the backlog, because we have got a bit of a backlog, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. We have a lot of work in at the moment, and it's just trying to keep on top of it. Do bear with me. I am, for the most part, a one-man band operation, so I'm trying to get all these bits and pieces done. We've got people that pop into the shop now all the time anyway as well. So just trying to fit it around whenever I can. There's been a lot of sleepless nights and late hours trying to get caught up on that. There are a few jobs that have been waiting for parts as well. Those that you've been waiting for to have Titan gates, MOSFETs fitted, we've just been waiting for them to come in. They're now in, so we will get back on that as well and get those guns put back together and ship back out to you guys. Services wise, if you haven't seen, we've been doing Kydex holsters. We can do a wide range of colours and varieties and bits and pieces. We've been putting stuff on the Instagram and the Facebook page. So that's really interesting. We'll be doing well with that, and we can also do hydro dipping now as well. And there's been a lot of questions over the past week about hydro dipping when we put it up on the website with a picture of the striker that you may have seen in Cryptek. We're just making sure that the quotation system is correct. So what we want to do is we want to come up with a set amount of prices for the hydro dipping work. So like pistol, small rifle, big rifle, sniper rifle, you know, that type of thing. So we can quote a price, it's fair for everybody, and we can make the prices be where they need to be, so we're not paying more than what we're taking off the customer to hydro dip the gun, of course, because it does cost you know, consumables as well, like the film and the chemicals that are used. And we also don't want to be having to quote every job, and I know that sounds a little bit rude, but it's basically if you call up and you've got a sniper rifle like a VSR for instance, and we've got the VSR quote price, we know exactly how much it's going to cost you, so we haven't got to call the customer back with a final price saying it's going to cost X amount. We'd rather just have that set in stone, so we know exactly how much it's going to cost. The customer calls up, asks about hydro dipping, tells us what rifle they've got, we give them a price, and then we can go from there. So it's just a little bit more professional way of doing it, so just bear with us. We'll also have some more examples going up on the website very, very soon. So yeah, that's good. As always, if there's anything you want to know, we've got, like I say, there's about 17 products in development at the moment for various different platforms. We've started doing stuff for the Crytek Chris Vectors as well. We've delved into the really complicated electronic side of it as well. So we may be producing our own MOSFETs in future, maybe. This may have leaked that a little bit too soon, but we'll be doing them for many platforms. We'll be doing it for V2s, V3s, the recoil shock series, and rifles such as the Vector. Now, we did say that on the Vector owner page that we'll be doing something like that once we've got all the schematics and everything together and everything tested. Just a case of getting them made. So we've got all that set in place at the moment. We're just making sure, if you know us with our other projects, we like to be 110% before we do anything. Barring the barrels, of course, we did try and rush the short barrels out. They were to the same sort of specification as the original. They fit perfectly, but when Action Army dropped their hop unit, it was a little bit longer. So we did that. We had all the barrels returned, which we paid for. Sorry, we swapped out for the new ones free of charge. So we just want to be sure with all these new projects that we're just crossing all the T's, dotting all the I's, and making sure it's 110% before it goes out. So I'll see you in another couple of videos. We've got the Dreadnought project to pick up on, which we got running the other day, which is it sounds horrific. It really does sound grisly, but we'll update you on that project as well as some on the counter stuff and some more vlogs hopefully. So stay tuned, and thanks for tuning to the vlog again. We are back. I'm going to try and keep on top of this now, but just bear with me because it is ridiculously busy. So thanks for tuning in again, guys. Hope I've given you a good enough update for all the questions you've been asking me, and we'll see you in the next video. Cheers.